so now we're gonna head up to Wren and Ivy's rooms. Welcome to Ivy's room. It feels like a life-size dollhouse in here, and I am so excited about how it turned out. There's a lot that has stayed the same, but the drama of the wallpaper on these vaulted ceilings is very impactful. When I first designed the bedroom, I didn't do wallpaper in here because I had this incredible wallpaper in her bathroom and I wanted that to be the moment. But when we moved in, the more I'd come in here, the more I knew I just needed another layer, and I loved the pattern on pattern effect that having wallpaper in both spaces would bring. I just needed to find the right wallpaper that would give you this beautiful layered effect. When you stood in her room and looked into the bathroom, they needed to complement each other really well. After some searching, of course, I landed on a William Morris wallpaper. The bathroom wallpaper is a William Morris as well, and so the shapes in the patterns really complement each other. I went with a neutral color because I have color in a lot of the other selections, and then also the bathroom has this green tone to it. So let's start with what stayed the same and what changed. So the bed stayed the same, the bedding, these pillows, her nightstands, but I made a few swaps. So I changed the lamps for these cute test lamps from McGee and Co in this dark green color. And then I did artwork on either side of the bed. I am always collecting vintage artwork, and so I used to just have the one in here, and now I have three, and that might continue to grow. We'll see. So I love this kind of collected moment. And then I added the really pretty swan art on one side. If you're trying to go for this eclectic, balanced, but not symmetrical look, the key word there is balance. So you don't have to do the exact same thing on both sides, but filling a similar amount of space goes a long way. So we have the one large swan piece and then three of the vintage pieces over here. I changed out the front pillow. This is actually the very first vintage pillow I ever purchased and was on my bed in our San Clemente home. I collect and keep my very favorite things, and this is one of them, and it feels right at home here. The rug is our Evangeline rug from McGee and Co, and it's one of our top sellers, and I love it in here because I always felt like I needed a bigger rug in this space once we moved in, and I liked that the green in the rug tied in with the green in her bathroom, so you get a nice flow. One big change in this room is the dresser. The dresser we had in here before, we discontinued at McGee and Co, and I'm always wanting to show new pieces, and this is a really beautiful inky blue color, and I loved that it had this saturated depth that was a nice counterbalance to the pinks and whites that we have everywhere throughout the room. And I moved this lamp in from Wren's room, kept the mirror and the artwork the same, and then just did a little change up on the styling. I also changed the light fixture. I wanted to have something that contrasted against the ceiling a bit more and added a natural texture, and this scallop shape was so cute, and I think that it helped fill the volume of the ceiling a bit better. I also added a pink chair in the corner. We launched this Prudence collection. It comes in a sofa and a chair, and it was pretty recent, and we're offering it in this really pretty mohair velvet. And when I saw the color, I knew that it was the perfect fit with the other textiles in the room, and she loves her pink chair. And then just finished it off with this cute ruffled pillow that has an embroidered eye on it. When I designed Wren's room a few years ago, I designed it to grow with her, and she is a full-on tween now and loves to participate in decision making. And so we decided to keep the big pieces of furniture in her room and then do some swaps, which are just fun. I loved her old room look, and it is similar in a lot of ways. We didn't do an overhaul on the wallpaper or the paint, but it's subtle changes that's given it a whole new life. The rug really was the start of the changes in this room because we had a tragic nail polish spill in this room on the old rug, and so we needed to pick a new one. Wren, as I mentioned, loves light blue, and she picked this one from McGee and Co. And I'm noticing a little bit of chalk dust on this one already, but we'll get that out. I love that this gives her that light blue kind of like throughout the main portion of her room, and then that ties in to the textiles. We kept the bed the same and the artwork above, but what happens with the styling around it has been updated. So I changed her lampshades. They were just a basic white before, and I found these pleated gingham shades that I fell in love with on Etsy, and it's an easy swap now to get a new look, but it's an easy swap back. The pillow scheme really started with this floral. I gave her several options. We ordered a bunch of samples and she loved this one. She loves light blue and she loved the little light blue color through here. And we love a floral at this house. So this really set the tone for the updated color palette combination in this space. And then we grounded it with these cute pillows that have the little loop on the back and then even a hint of yellow. The duvet stayed the same, but then I updated the layers at the end of her bed. I had a kind of a mauve quilt before and it didn't pair well with this new pattern. And so I did this really neutral check quilt from McGee and Co. And I love this kind of gauzy throw with the crocheted edge. I actually did a lot of layering, which I feel like just makes it feel really just inviting. Then at the foot of her bed, we did new ottomans. I felt like these felt a little bit more grown up, but playful at the same time. Behind me, we kept the chair the same and swapped out the pillow. And then on the other side, it's just, again, little styling swaps that gave it a new life. So these nightstands, we launched them recently with our Target collection and they were the perfect size, color, and shape for the room. The other ones, because I have such a narrow space to work with, were just side tables and baskets. And so this gave us an actual nightstand look, which I'm excited about. I took her vintage chair and I moved it to my bedroom to create a little vignette at the end of my dresser, and then did a woven bistro chair, and then I ordered this ruffled linen cushion here that ties on, and I love that you can see the bows and the ruffle from the back. And it just, I mean, you could do this with any chair that has the ability to tie something on. That is a trending look right now. It's easy to put on or take off later. This has obviously stayed a desk area for her, but I've updated a little bit with a mirror so it can double as a vanity for her as she loves to apply the lip gloss these days. Then up here, I've just switched the accessories around that we had. And then this is a little piggy bank that was mine growing up. On the window seat over here, this is a mix of pillows that were already in her room and a few new ones, and I think that it gave it a new look tied in with what was happening over on the bed. And again, she loves light pink and light blue, and she loves to be a part of the design process. And so I would just put everything on the design board, and she liked to check in and see how her design board progress was working out. And that was fun for us. Then on the other side of the room where the dresser is, I kept the dresser the same, and I actually moved her lamp into Ivy's room. Did this really great whitewashed lamp, which I love. And then this scallop mirror. I mean, scallops are trending and they just feel playful. So this was a fun addition to her room because I feel like it feels very tween. She loves the scalloped mirror. And I know I'm gonna get the comment that our kids' rooms don't feel like kids' rooms, which I think is, well, silly, quite frankly. As soon as their shoes and socks and pants are inside out on the floor with a fort made on the bed, it's going to feel like a kid's room. But this is a photo shoot, and behind the closet door, there's all the stuff that we had to pick up and clean out to get it all nice and neat for the photo shoot. So that is the end of our remodel tour. If you missed the main living or the exterior tours, you can go check those out as well.